guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ruby Doll and I am a self-love content creator. I love all things healing, self-love, self-discovery, heartbreak, healing, relationships. I said healing already. I love writing about it. I love creating content about it. I love writing newsletters about it. I love sharing as much information as possible about how to live your best, most wholesome life and how to just be at one with yourself, be at peace, be at ease, be the best version of yourself that you possibly can. This new year, I had a resolution, okay? Firstly, this is a really cute mug that I got. This isn't paid or sponsored, guys, okay? This is just like a really cute mug that I got. And it says, sometimes you forget that you're awesome, so this is your reminder. And I love to drink from this mug because I need to remind myself that I am awesome all the time. And in the same way, I would like you guys to remind yourself that you are awesome, you are worthy of love and care. You deserve every single thing that you seek out for yourself, and you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it, okay? And I'm being very aspirational, but the new year does this to me. When I enter the month of January, I'm just like, there's just nothing I can't achieve. Everything is possible. Anything that I set my mind to is possible. And all I need to really do is just go out there and you know, try my best. And I feel like that's the same thing, that's the same lesson that I would like to give you all. That's the same tip that I would like to give, not a lesson because I'm not a teacher, although I was going to be. That's a story for another time. Let's not go into it. But yeah, I just feel like there's nothing that we can't achieve if we don't put our mind to it. There's a lot of stuff that we think about when the new year happens. We're like, you know, should I start going to the gym? Should I start reading more? Should I put more effort in my job? Maybe I should go for that promotion. Maybe I should give myself another chance. Maybe I should try being happier, okay? And what does it mean? What does it mean when we say maybe I should try being happier? Because essentially happiness is a state of being, essentially. Either it's an emotion, you feel happy, or you have a happy existence, a happy life, okay? Now, when you feel happy, I would say that there's no pain in that. You're happy in the moment, you're really positive, content. When you have a happy life, however, that's different, because that life, a happy life, doesn't negate the possibility of pain. It doesn't negate the possibility of you being sad as well. Having a happy life means having a balanced life, a life that has the ups and downs, but you're overall content in that life. You're overall, you know, in a place where you're like, okay, you know what, this has happened, that's happened, but I have a happy life. I have my loved ones around me. I'm surrounded by wonderful people. I am surrounded by great colleagues, great individuals. I feel love for myself, and so I am happy in general. I'm not, you know, happy in a moment. I am happy in general, okay? And I want to go into that today. Like, I want to go into this idea of what are those people like? How do they have an overall happy life? Because it's not a case of just being blessed with loved ones, or which is amazing, which is a beautiful blessing, or having a good job, but it's a mindset, okay? It's a way of living. It's a way of embracing happiness and letting happiness come to you, that those kind of people have a skill that they have, that we, people like you and me, can also have if we put our mind to it, if we really dedicate ourselves to wanting to live a happy life, okay? So today's video is all about the 100 ways in which we could achieve happiness. Okay, I'm joking. It's not about the 100 ways in which we could achieve happiness. It's a few steps that you can take to being ready to accept happiness, to being ready to embrace happiness, to being more absorbent of happiness. So there's different things that you can do, different steps that you can take, which will allow you to live a happier, more comfortable existence in general than not doing these steps with. Okay, so that's what we're going to kind of swim into today, all right? So get your goggles on and let's talk about the different steps to being happy. I think one of the things that can really help us embrace happiness in our life, one of the things that can really make all the difference, is letting go of the past and learning to forgive people. A lot of the time, people think that forgiveness is something that you do for someone else. So if I'm forgiving you, I am helping you get away with what you did to me. If I'm forgiving you, I'm helping you let go of the baggage that's on your shoulders. If I'm forgiving you, I'm just kind of proving that you were right and I was wrong. That's not how I see forgiveness. I feel like forgiveness is something that you do for yourself. You don't necessarily need to go and tell the other person, I forgive you. You can just sit down with yourself, unpick those particular feelings and experiences and things that happened between you guys, and then take that and throw it in the bin and be like, I am done with this. I forgive this person. I'm going to take off this baggage from my shoulders and I'm going to move on in my life. And this can do everything for you in terms of your happiness. This can do so much for you in terms of your happiness, because when you learn to let go, when you learn to let go of the people who have hurt you, when you learn to let go of the people who have done you wrong, when you learn to let go of the pain and the hurt from the past, you feel lighter generally, you feel better about your situation, and you just feel like there's a lot more room because you've kind of gotten rid of all that negativity. There's a lot more room for joy, there's a lot more room for happiness, there's a lot more room for love and prosperity. So learn to let go. Another little tool, little trick that I think can really help you in embracing happiness, help me in embracing happiness, is the way that we speak to ourselves. And I am a huge victim of this. I am a huge bad talker to myself. I have spent many years of my life pretending or telling myself that I am the victim. There have been situations where I have been the victim, but I've let myself be the victim for too long in situations. I have let myself be the victim for too long in circumstances that I could have kind of changed myself for, the betterment of my future, for my happiness. So change the story that you tell yourself. Change the story that comes up in your mind when something goes wrong. Stop saying, oh my God, I'm late for work and now my entire day is going to be wrong. Stop being like, oh, I look so bad. Oh, my hair's all over the place. Oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly. And the thing is, I do this quite a lot in terms of my weight. I have got very bad self-esteem when it comes to the way that I look, in terms of the way that I weigh. And I have always spoken to myself in a way where I pick up my flab, I pick up my skin, I pick at how chubby my face looks, or how chubby my lower belly flab looks, or just little bits about my weight, and I always make myself feel really bad about it. And then in hindsight, when I look at photos or when I look at how I looked on that particular day where I felt really bad about myself, I'm like, I actually looked okay. Why did I make myself feel so bad? And that really changes the trajectory of your day, because if you have dressed up to go out on a night and you are picking at your flab, you're picking at, how this particular thing looks on your head or your face, or you're just making these snide remarks, even not to yourself, but in your mind about, your appearance and so on, you are already setting yourself up to not have a great day, because you're going to have that low self-esteem that's going to go with you, that's a result of the way that you talk to yourself. So that's one aspect of it, one aspect of like not picking at your insecurities. The second aspect is the way that you talk to yourself, and how when things go wrong, the story that you tell yourself, you need to change your narrative from something negative to positive. Instead of thinking that my day is going to go horribly now that I'm late to work, or I've had an argument with my boyfriend before I left, or my girlfriend before I left, just say, my day will be fine. This was just a minor setback, and it doesn't mean my entire day is going to get ruined. It doesn't mean my entire week is going to get ruined. Failure doesn't mean that something's going to get ruined. Sometimes things go wrong. God forbid, you have a minor car accident on the way to work, you lose your wallet, someone steals something. Those things are a part of life. Now, how powerful they are in picking at your happiness is dependent on the story that you tell yourself and the narrative that you take forward with you when those things happen. Changing the negative narrative to a positive narrative can make all the difference in how much happiness you're still able to absorb in your life. Another little tip that I would say that can help impact how much happiness you have in your life, how much happiness you're able to absorb, how much happiness you're able to let fuel you, is doing something that you love as a day job. I know that a lot of people don't have that privilege. A lot of people are not able to decide what job they do because finances are so important. Being financially stable is so important, and I completely respect that. And I respect you as an individual who has to go into a day job, work however many hours a day that they do in order to provide for their family. I salute you. I respect you so much. I truly hope that you're able to get into that point where even if you can't change your day job, at least you can find the joy in the little things and the other things that you have in your life, such as your family, your loved ones, all those different, your hobbies, your things you're passionate about. For those of you who do have that ability, who do have that privilege of being able to do something they love, however, you're letting your self-doubt stop you, you're letting the lack of confidence that you have in yourself stop you, you're letting how people talk to you about whether you're talented or not stop you, you really need to let go of that self-doubt, and you really need to move on and do something that you love. Because spending 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day in a job that is joyless, in a job that eats at your soul, is only going to bring you more unhappiness, because you're spending most of your time at that job. Now, this can also be with people who love their job but hate where they're working. Find a similar job and a similar career in a different workplace, in a different environment. This is one of the New Year's resolutions that so many people have, where they're like, I'm going to get a new job, I'm going to move away from my toxic work environment, I'm going to move away from my micromanaging manager, like, I'm sick. My supervisor who micromanages me, I understand that sometimes it can be very scary. It can be very, very difficult to take that first step. But you're spending a lot of time in that job. You're spending a lot of your time doing something that you don't love, doing something that you don't enjoy. And the after effect of that is that most of your happiness gets sapped away at work. By the time you get home, you have no energy for your loved ones, for yourself, to do the things that you enjoy doing. So why not pick up that camera and take those photographs? Why not apply to that internship? Why not give that audition for that play? Why not write that novel? Why not apply to that particular company that you have been wanting to work at for so long? What is stopping you? One of the biggest things that prevent us from living a happy life is doing something that we don't love. That is, I would say, the biggest hurdle to our happiness. When I had my day job, it was something that I had to do because I had to and for myself in some way. Of course, I was very privileged in the sense that I always lived with my dad. Okay, I always lived with my dad. I had a roof over my head. I didn't have rent to pay. I had that privilege of being able to work part-time. And I know that a lot of people don't have that privilege. A lot of people still have to work full-time, pay the bills, pay their rent. And for me, I was very, very grateful to have been in that position. But even the day job that I had, it brought me a lot of unhappiness. It sapped away at my soul. Every hour that I spent there, I told myself I could be writing, I could be creating content, I could be doing something that I really, really love. And so the moment that I was able to become a full-time author, I promise you, there was so much happiness and joy in my life. I feel like my joy has just, become tenfold. I feel like I'm able to embrace more joy because of the fact that I spend my day doing what I love, and it makes all the difference. So please try and do something that you're passionate about. Try and make time for it. Try and apply for something or start something that is going to bring immense joy and just happiness in your life, and see how it changes everything for you. Another little trick, another little tip that would really, really make all the difference when it comes to embracing joy and happiness in your life is to stop worrying. Now, I'm a huge worrier. I'm a huge, what's going to happen if this happens, this is going to go wrong, oh no, this won't turn out how I need it to turn out, I won't be able to do this, and I've always done this. And one of the things that truly changed it all around for me, and it allowed me to open my heart, open my mind, just completely free myself and embrace the joy and happiness that was coming my way, was by living in the moment. Okay, just live in the moment. Stop worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. Stop worrying about what's going to happen next year, next week, next month. Just live in the moment. Take each day as it comes. Worrying is not going to get you, to solve that particular hurdle. Worrying is not going to get you to that point faster so that you can see how things end up for you. What you can do is you can live in the moment. You can live for now. You can make the most of this present situation, present circumstance that you're in. Try your best in it and see how it goes. Just see how it goes. Take life as it comes. I think this particular tip or tool or whatever you'd like to call it, I call it a life savior, it's building healthier relationships with the people around you. This is the most important thing that I would say in anybody's life if you want to be happy. Okay, science has found it, research has found it. Anywhere you go, people will tell you that people who are alone tend to live shorter, unhappier lives than people who are surrounded by a safe support circle, by people who love them, by people who, they can trust, by people they can rely on. If you are alone, you're more likely to be unhappy than if you are surrounded by a group of people who bring you joy, who, listen to you, who hear you out, who you feel safe with. And a lot of the time, we neglect the relationships that are in our life, and we think if I go out and seek these relationships with new people, I'll be able to find that safety and that security. But sometimes just working on your current relationships can make all the difference. Meeting them halfway, setting the boundaries, having the conversations, building on those relationships that are in your life, those core relationships. We can't pick our parents, unfortunately. We can't pick, the experiences that they have had, which they ended up projecting on their children as they went along. We can't pick our siblings. What we can do is try to understand them better, meet them halfway, and see if there's any sort of, balance that we can create in that relationship which will make us happier. And if we can't, if there's no way, if they're too toxic, then that's it. I understand. Reach out to your friends, reach out to the next circle of people who will make a difference to your life, and work on those relationships. Or if you feel like there's nobody around you, then go for it. Seek new relationships. Seek new people, meet new people, make those adventures, keep yourself open to falling in love, to being in love, to finding friendship, love, and so on. However, the way that I see it is that a lot of the happiness in our life is dependent on our close ones. When I say close ones, I say our biological family, our biological people. You could go out there and you could be the most successful, person ever, who has so many fans, or who has so many people around them who wants to be like them, or who has well wishers and is doing so well, and that small little conversation with your mum or your dad would change it all around for you. It would change, a good day to a bad day. It would make a bad day a good day. And so I would always say that our core makes all the difference. The core that we have in the form of our family, in the form of our mum, dad, parents, siblings, cousins, aunties, uncles, that makes a huge difference. Aunties, uncles, fair enough, you can kind of limit them. Mum, dad, siblings, I think are so important. Husband, wife, partner, those are so important. Kids are so important. Building on those relationships and working on those relationships, especially in the new year, guys. It is time to make amends with all the broken relationships that you have with your loved ones. See if you can work on it, because it will make all the difference in you living a happy and fulfilled life. Okay, so this is a tip that I really struggled with learning for a really long time, and I felt like if I did this it would make all the difference, but doing it can be very hard, especially in this day and age. Like even now I think I struggle with it, and I think a lot of you might struggle with it too, and it is the social media comparison problem. It is the constant, this person has this, so why don't I have it? And so this tip is to go easy on yourself. Okay, if you want to be happy, if you want to live a happy life, if you want to be content in your life, you really need to go easy on yourself. Comparing your lows to someone else's highs, comparing your the start of your mountain trek to someone else's peak, looking at someone else's money, house, job, relationship, partner, kids, success, and then comparing it to your failures is only going to cause you harm. It's only going to cause you pain. And especially in this day and age, this technological age, where we can see how many followers someone has, we can see all their holiday photos, we can see the diamond ring on their finger that their partner got them, we can see their proposal, we can see their wedding, we can see them getting an award. We can see all these things on social media, and it can really affect your mental health. It can affect the level of your happiness. It can affect the quality of your day. So if you could limit social media, I would definitely say do that. If you could limit the kind of people that you follow on social media, I would also say that. But just generally, I would say just go easy on yourself. Comparing yourself to someone else when you come across their profile on social media is not going to do you, any good. The best thing I would say is try and figure out why you feel insecure when you see someone else's highs. What is it that they have that you want? If it's something that you want for yourself, can you achieve it? If it's nothing that you want for yourself, then why is it that their success affects you so much? And just generally talk to yourself in a nicer, kinder, more gentler way. Being more compassionate towards yourself is going to make all the difference in allowing you to embrace and absorb the happiness that can come to you and the joy that can come to you through everyday experiences. And there's so many other ways that I would say that you can achieve happiness, especially in the new year, especially in your life in general. But the biggest way that I would say that you can embrace happiness is by keeping yourself open to it. Happiness, there's moments of happiness in your life, little bursts of happiness, but generally happiness as an existence, as a sense of being, doesn't come without pain. It doesn't come without trouble. It doesn't come without battles and challenges and ups and downs. And so when those battles happen, when you go into those battles, when you fight those battles, when you face those challenges, when you experience that pain, just know that happiness will come back. You will feel, good again. You will feel the joy again. Don't let yourself be swallowed by the dark tunnel that you find yourself in. Don't let yourself be swallowed by those negative feelings. Don't let yourself be swallowed by negative thoughts and negative stories that you give yourself. Just keep yourself open to happiness. Keep yourself open to love. Keep yourself open to anything good that has the potential to come your way. And I just hope you live a happier life, because you being happy is going to make me happy. You living your best life is going to make me very joyous, and I just want you guys to live your best lives, okay? So yeah, these were the 6 steps, I guess, to happiness, and all the best. And if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I think I'm having these things around here. I don't really know. Please share. Please leave a comment. Please give me love. I love you all so much, my beautiful love bugs. And have a beautiful week ahead, and I'll see you guys next week. Benefit, I would say that I've forgotten the word. Don't have that.